Today I have a very serious topic about how I told my kids that I had skin cancer. And this is a very difficult video for me to talk about, for me to film. Welcome, I'm Melanoma Mom. If we haven't met before, if you're new to my channel, I was diagnosed with melanoma skin cancer in January of 2021 and had it removed in February of 2021. I will link below my entire how I found out I had skin cancer and how the surgery went. I have two videos, so I will link those in the description box of this video if you want to go back and watch those. But this video, I'm just going to talk about how I told my kids. I know some people choose not to tell their children, and other people want their children to know. I fall in the latter. I wanted my kids to know, but I have a 3-year-old and a 13-year-old. So how I told them varied, and what I told them varied. With my 13-year-old, I told him basically everything. What I told him, explained to him what melanoma skin cancer was, what was going to happen, like the surgery that was going to happen, what that means for me, how I got it. I went into all the details. He asked questions and I answered back honestly, but I did so in a manner that didn't cause alarm. So I waited to tell my kids that I had cancer once I had control of my own emotions. So that was after about 10 days after I found out myself, because those first 10 days, I've talked about this before, I went through all the stages of grief. So I waited until, actually, honestly, it was, now that I think about it, it was 2 to 3 days before my surgery. So it was I had the cancer about a month, because it was about a month after I found out till when I had my cancer removal surgery, because I wanted to make sure that I had all of the information and I could share with my son. He's 13. Like, we could have definitive action. Here's the steps that are going to happen to remove the cancer, so you don't need to freak out about it. And he handled it very well. I think because I was calm, then he was also calm about it. Kids, you don't know how much they're really upset about it. I knew he was concerned, but he also remained calm, again, because I think I was calm about it and had an action plan already in place. This is what's going to happen to remove the cancer from your mom. It's, it'll be over soon. Later, I had discussions with him, especially because we just returned from our beach vacation. And so, I had discussions on that trip of the importance of wearing sunscreen and that I wanted to prevent skin cancer in him later in life. All right, so for my daughter, she's 3. She knows that I had melanoma, but she doesn't know what that means. She doesn't know the word cancer. She doesn't know what that means. She doesn't know how serious that is. So I just told her, Mommy's going to the doctor, and I'm going to have a giant boo-boo when I come home, so that she would understand. She likes to snuggle with me a lot. She likes to lay her head on my arm. Because the surgery was on my arm, I wouldn't be able to pick her up as much, and she wouldn't be able to lay her head on my arm. So, she was very curious about the bandage that was on it, and she would say, Mommy's boo-boo, and she would ask if she could touch it. And of course, I would tell her, no, not right now. But now that I have the scar, and if she wants to, she was curious about it, I let her touch my scar. We talk about how Mommy had a boo-boo, and so I will give her more details when she's able to understand that. But the most important thing was that I didn't transfer my fear over to my kids. So I can't tell you how to tell your kids, or when is the right time to tell your kids that you have cancer. I can only share my experiences. I love to hear your experiences. Did you tell people? Did you tell your kids that you had cancer? How did you tell them? I would love to hear your stories as well. I'm very curious about that. I haven't found any other stories on YouTube about how people shared their cancer story with their children. So I would love to read those in the comment section. Let me know.